If you keep doing what you're doing right now, your 2025 goals are already dead, and you don't even know it yet. You are standing on the brink of a new era. A fresh canvas awaits your stroke. A new year stretches before you like a boundless field eager for harvest. 2025 is not just another year. It is your proving ground, your opportunity to finally rise above the chains of hesitation, the fog of procrastination, and the subtle sabotage that has lingered too long in your life. But listen closely now, for what I am about to tell you may sting. This message is not for the timid. It is not for those who cower in the comfort of excuses or seek solace in mediocrity. This is for the bold, the dreamers who dare to convert thought into power and power into reality. There is a poison, insidious, quiet, and deceptively ordinary, that will destroy your 2025 goals. And unless you confront it now, unless you seize it by the throat and cast it from your mind, it will strip you of everything you've envisioned, everything you've planned, everything you dare to dream. This poison is indecision, yes, indecision, the silent assassin of dreams, the quiet killer of ambition. It does not strike loudly, it doesn't shout, and it rarely warns. It creeps, it whispers, it tells you not yet. It offers you comfort wrapped in chains. It encourages delay in the name of preparation, hesitation in the guise of prudence. But understand this, indecision is the breeding ground of fear, and fear, left unchecked, is the architect of failure. What is the worth of your goal if you never move on it? What is the power of a vision if you let it wither under the weight of overthinking? While you ponder, others act. While you question your capacity, someone with less talent but more courage moves boldly. The future belongs not to those who wait, but to those who act in the presence of doubt, who do not ask for permission from circumstance. You must train your mind to decide with certainty and to act with confidence. This does not mean carelessness, it means faith, faith in your ability to course correct, faith in the power of motion, faith in the idea that nothing great is achieved while sitting still. But indecision does not travel alone. It brings with it a dark companion, distraction. If indecision is the knife, distraction is the hand that guides it. We live in an age where attention is currency. Every moment you spend consumed by trivialities, scrolling endlessly, debating pointlessly, consuming without intent, is a moment robbed from your destiny. Distraction wears the mask of entertainment, of necessity, even of productivity. But make no mistake, it is the thief of focus. You cannot climb the mountain of your ambition while dancing with every noise the world throws your way. Your goals demand focus that is fierce, unwavering, and deliberate. You must become a sentinel at the gate of your mind, allowing in only what serves, what elevates, what strengthens. Now, I want you to hear this not just with your ears, but with the whole of your being. Nothing in your external world will change until your internal world changes first. Do not be deceived into thinking that success is a matter of luck, or timing, or opportunity. The world does not reward wishes, it rewards will. What lives inside you? Are you feeding your mind with images of triumph, or allowing it to feast on doubt? Are you speaking power into your life, or poisoning it with negativity? The words you say to yourself, the beliefs you carry, will either build your 2025 or bury it. The greatest obstacle you will face this year is not the economy. It is not your competition. It is not the challenges that arise from time to time. It is you, your thoughts, your habits, your discipline or lack thereof. If you allow your days to be governed by emotion instead of vision, by comfort instead of courage, by fear instead of fire, you will arrive at the end of 2025 no closer to your dream than you are now. Do not let that happen. There is a power that lives in you, dormant perhaps, but ready to be awakened. This power does not respond to wishes. It responds to a definiteness of purpose. To summon it, you must burn your ships. Make the decision that your goals are not optional. Treat your mission as sacred. Let no day pass without forward movement, even if it is an inch, even if it is only in the mind. Movement creates momentum, and momentum bends reality. You will be tempted to wait for the perfect time, but the perfect time does not exist. The perfect time is a myth used to justify paralysis. Start now, with what you have, from where you are. The soil of success is made rich by action, not intention. You will also be tempted by the illusion of multitasking. Let me break that illusion. You cannot ride two horses at once. A divided mind leads to diluted results. Choose your mountain and climb it. Master one mission at a time. Let your obsession become your advantage. The world respects focus, rewards excellence, and follows certainty. There is another enemy, one just as deadly: negative association. Be vigilant with whom you surround yourself. You become the average of the voices you hear most. If you are surrounded by complainers, you will become one. If you walk with the fearful, you will inherit their fear. Guard your circle like your life depends on it, because it does. Greatness is contagious, so is mediocrity. Choose your influence with surgical precision, and let us speak now of time, the most precious asset you possess. Every second that passes is an opportunity lost or seized. Do not squander it. Do not allow others to steal it. You must treat your time like a warrior treats his sword. Sharpen it daily, wield it wisely, defend it fiercely. And yet, even with all of this, there is one more force that will determine whether your goals live or die in 2025: self-discipline. Not motivation. Motivation is fleeting. It is the spark. But discipline, that is the fire. Discipline is doing what must be done, especially when you don't feel like it. Discipline is rising early when the bed is warm. It is saying no to the easy path. It is choosing sweat over sloth, purpose over pleasure, vision over vice. Do you know what separates the dreamers from the doers? Discipline. It is the daily choices. The invisible moments, the things no one sees. While others sleep, you grind. While others doubt, you build. While others distract, you design. This is how legacies are born. Not in the grand gestures, but in the small, consistent victories no one claps for. In 2025, the clock is not your enemy. The challenge is not time, but your relationship to it. Do you dominate your days or drift through them? Do you attack your mornings or surrender them to chaos? Every hour is either an investment or a cost. Do not settle. Do not negotiate with your potential. Do not tolerate within yourself what you would never accept from others. Raise your standard. Set your expectation higher than comfort would prefer. You are not average. You were never meant to be. There is no greatness in the land of good enough. The world will try to tame you, to file down your ambition, to conform you. Resist it. Be wild in your dreams. Be relentless in your execution. Be unreasonable in your expectations. The extraordinary is not reached by those who do what is expected. It is reached by those who expect more, from themselves, from life, from destiny. You must, and I say this with all the gravity I can summon, decide. Decide what you want. Decide what you will no longer tolerate. Decide what you will give in exchange for your dream, for there is always an exchange. Nothing comes for free. The question is not whether you will pay a price. The question is whether you will pay the price of discipline now or the price of regret later. The future is not promised. The year will pass whether you act or not. The clock does not pause for hesitation. Your goals are possible, but only if you rise, only if you fight, only if you move with purpose, with fire, with ferocity. You must write your plan not just with ink, but with intention. Let your daily schedule reflect your deepest desire. Let your calendar scream your commitment. If I looked at how you spend your hours, would I see your dream, or would I see distraction? This is the time to reclaim your sovereignty. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are the architect of your outcome. You are not here to wander. You are here to win. Do not chase your goal. Command it. Do not wait for signs. Be the sign. Do not hope for change. Become the change. 2025 can be the year that rewrites your story, the chapter they talk about when they speak your name, but only if you choose, only if you dare, only if you decide, fully, completely, and without retreat. Then hear me now, because this is where the war within intensifies. After you make the decision, after you cast aside the comfort of passivity and rise with intent, the enemy won't disappear. It will evolve, it will adapt. The deeper you go, the louder the resistance becomes. The further you climb, the stronger the wind will howl. It is not a sign to stop. It is confirmation that you're going the right way. There will be mornings when your vision feels distant, days when progress seems invisible, weeks when doubt will try to disguise itself as logic, whispering questions like, what if it's not worth it? What if you fail? What if you're not enough? Let me be clear, you will not always feel ready. You will not always feel strong. You will not always feel inspired. But those moments, when the flame flickers, when your strength is tested, those are the crucibles of champions. That's where greatness is forged. You see, true power does not come from bursts of passion. It comes from the will to keep showing up when the feeling fades. The days you grind without applause, push without praise, build without recognition. Those are the bricks that form your legacy. What stands between you and your 2025 goals is not fate, and it is not fortune. It is your ability to persist, not once, not for a week, not when it's easy, but relentlessly, daily, relentlessly, when your energy is drained. When your back is sore, when the world isn't watching, that's where 99% quit. And that's where 1% conquer. Every excuse has a voice. Every fear has a reason. Every weakness has a justification. But justification is not transformation. Rationalizing your limits will never unlock your potential. Excuses build comfort. Discipline builds empires, and understand this. You don't get what you want in life. You get what you demand, what you insist upon. What you're willing to bleed for, sacrifice for, grind for. The world does not give you what you deserve. It gives you what you prove you can handle. Let others choose convenience. Let others compromise. Let others trade their future for temporary pleasure. You must not. You must live differently, work differently, think differently, because to achieve what most never will, you must become what most never are, unshakable in purpose, unbeatable in effort, and untouchable in spirit. And there's something else you must remember. Your goal isn't just for you. Yes, it begins with you, but the impact, it echoes far beyond you. Your success becomes permission for others. Your transformation becomes a roadmap. When you rise, you illuminate the path for everyone around you. Your discipline becomes someone else's hope. Your consistency becomes someone else's inspiration. Think of your family, your community, the younger eyes watching. Think of what it means when you refuse to quit, when you rewrite your story despite the odds. Think of what it tells the world when you become the living proof that anything is possible with vision and action. You are more powerful than your past. You are greater than your mistakes. You are more than the sum of your fears. But potential means nothing if it is not converted into power, and power is born from action. Consistent, courageous, committed action. So what must you do now? You must recommit. You must rewrite the narrative in your mind. You must declare to yourself and to the universe that you will no longer shrink to fit into the world you've outgrown. That you will no longer ask for permission to pursue what sets your soul on fire. You must stop worshiping comfort and start sacrificing for your calling, because every goal worth chasing will ask something from you: time, energy, ego, effort. You must be willing to pay in full. You must stop saying, "I'll try," and start saying, "I will." Stop asking, "What if it doesn't work?" and start demanding, "What must I do to make it work?" Stop telling yourself it's too late, too far, too hard, and start asking, "How can I make it inevitable?" Every time you act in alignment with your purpose, you are sending a signal to your future that you are serious, that you are worthy, that you are no longer available for failure. Your goal for 2025, it will require your evolution. You cannot reach it with the habits, thoughts, or actions that built your past. That version of you must die so that the new one can live, the disciplined one. The focused one, the fearless one. Do not wait for motivation to strike. Become your own spark. Do not hope someone will save you. Be your own savior. Do not sit idly by as others chase their destinies. Become the force that others must catch up to. Remember, your destiny is not written in the stars. It is written in your schedule. It is written in your habits. It is written in the minutes no one sees, the early mornings, the extra reps, the difficult conversations, the ruthless decisions. If you want to win in 2025, you must become unavailable to everything that is beneath your standard. You must say no more often than you say yes. You must kill distraction before it kills your dream. You must become addicted to progress and allergic to excuses. And let us continue deeper still into the truth that most dare not speak aloud. Because the longer you wait, the louder the lies become. The longer you delay, the more seductive your limitations sound. They begin to dress themselves as logic, as responsibility, as caution. But make no mistake, these are not allies of your growth. These are enemies dressed as wisdom. And if you do not recognize them, they will steal your destiny silently, efficiently, and permanently. Let me tell you something the world will rarely say with honesty. Not everyone will support your goals. Some people will doubt you. Some will mock your ambition, not because you aim too high, but because they settled too soon. Your desire to grow reminds them of everything they gave up on. Your hunger exposes their surrender. And so they will tell you to slow down, be realistic, play small, do not listen. Their fear is not your future. Their doubt is not your data. Their limits are not your laws. You must understand. Some people love you most when you're average. When you don't disturb the status quo. When you play it safe and stay within the walls they've built for themselves. But the moment you break free, the moment you rise with a fire that cannot be extinguished, they'll panic. Not because you're wrong, but because you prove what they refuse to face. That greatness was always possible, but they chose otherwise. Let that sink in. You must become comfortable with discomfort, comfortable with being misunderstood, comfortable with being underestimated. These are signs that you're exactly where you're supposed to be, on the edge of transformation. And as you walk this edge, let this truth echo in your heart. There is no growth without sacrifice. If you want a new result, you must live a new routine. If you want new strength, you must face new strain. The body does not grow without resistance. The mind does not expand without challenge. And the spirit does not rise without pressure. 2025 will not reward you for what you intend to do. It will reward you for what you actually do. You must become the kind of person who acts, regardless of mood, regardless of obstacles, regardless of how ready you feel. Because readiness is a myth. Action is the cure, and if you act long enough, hard enough, faithfully enough, the world bends. The world bends to the will of the disciplined. Now hear me closely again. You are not here to merely survive this year. You are here to dominate it, to command your time, to conquer your habits, to silence every voice that says you can't, with actions that scream I did. Your goals are not nice to haves. They are the calling card of your potential. To ignore them is to disrespect your gift. To delay them is to deny the world your full contribution. You don't just owe it to yourself to win, you owe it to every person who will benefit from your victory. Because yes, your dream has a ripple effect. Your breakthrough creates belief in others. Your transformation triggers transformation in your circle. Your discipline is not selfish, it is service, because people are watching. Quietly, silently, hoping you'll do it, hoping it's possible, hoping you'll prove what they've secretly prayed for. So, will you be that proof, Or will you remain part of the chorus of almost, could have been, maybe next year? The path is not hidden, it is walked daily, it is built with routine, cemented with sacrifice, it demands clarity, commitment, and courage. And the moment you decide that your goal is no longer negotiable, the moment you burn the bridge back to who you used to be, you become unstoppable. Let the fire in your belly be greater than the fear in your mind. Let your why be bigger than your obstacles. Let your commitment be louder than your excuses. And yes, you will fall. There will be setbacks, mistakes, failures, but failure is not fatal unless you make it your identity. Your power lies in getting back up every time faster, stronger, smarter, because the ones who win are not the ones who avoid defeat. They are the ones who refuse to be defined by it, and every time you rise, every time you keep going, every time you show up again, you are sending a message to the universe. I'm still here, I'm not done, I will not retreat, I was made for this. This year is yours to shape, not just with desire, but with daily discipline, not just with inspiration, but with implementation, because a dream without action is a fantasy, and a plan without execution is a lie you tell yourself to feel better about doing nothing. You've been preparing long enough, learning long enough, watching long enough. It's time to do, time to step, time to rise. Stop waiting for external permission to chase internal truth. The world isn't going to hand you a golden opportunity with your name on it. You must claim it, take it, own it. This is your permission slip. This is your wake-up call. This is the line in the sand. That version, the comfortable one, the one who hesitates, procrastinates, rationalizes, is the greatest threat to your 2025 goals. It lives inside your mind, wears your face, speaks in your voice, and it will whisper the sweetest, deadliest words you'll ever hear. You've done enough. You can skip today. You're tired. You deserve a break. There's always tomorrow. But listen to this carefully. Tomorrow is the greatest lie ever told. Tomorrow is where dreams go to die. Tomorrow is the refuge of the undisciplined. Tomorrow is where potential sits shackled in the shadows of procrastination. If you keep feeding yourself tomorrow, one day you'll wake up and realize you've run out of them. What you do today is your only leverage over the future. Your 2025 is being written in your habits right now, in your choices, in the hours you waste or the hours you use. And while others sleep on their greatness, you must rise into yours, because the grind doesn't respect wishes. It respects work. The dream doesn't yield to thoughts. It bends to action. The future doesn't care who you want to be. It's waiting to respond to who you choose to become. Now ask yourself, really ask, are your current behaviors worthy of the goals you've set? Is your routine a reflection of excellence or a routine of survival? Are you training like a winner or just getting by? Because you can't cheat the grind. You can't pray your way around effort. You can't affirm your way past accountability. And listen, your talent, your intelligence, your resources, they might give you an edge, but they will never give you destiny. That belongs to the consistent, the obsessed, the ones who grind when it's raining, when it's lonely, when it's boring, when it hurts. Every goal has a price, and that price is non-negotiable. There are no discounts for being busy, no coupons for trying hard. You either pay in full or you don't cash the reward. And too many people are hoping to get to December 2025 with championship dreams built on part-time effort. That math doesn't work. It never has. It never will. So here is the mirror, held steady and honest. What habits are you defending that are silently robbing your future? What distractions are you allowing into your sacred time? What shortcuts are you tempted to take because the long path feels overwhelming? Let this pierce through any illusion. Shortcuts steal standards. Comfort kills consistency. And distraction is the silent executioner of destiny. Now is not the time for lukewarm living. Now is not the time for self-doubt, overthinking, or the cowardice of perfectionism. You do not need perfect conditions. You need powerful commitment. You must move forward while afraid. You must build while uncertain. You must grow while doubting yourself, because momentum is not a gift you receive, it's a weapon you forge. Each step taken in faith sharpens your edge. Each disciplined day becomes a hammer to shape the steel of your soul. You cannot wait to feel confident. You must act your way into confidence. You must earn belief through repeated exposure to hard things. Until hard things become your normal, let others chase easy. Let others seek applause. Let others post about their goals while you build them in silence. Because those who build in silence are the ones who speak the loudest when it matters. And know this, you don't need more motivation. You need more reasons, a reason that makes quitting not an option, a reason that gets you up when you're exhausted, a reason that brings tears to your eyes and purpose to your pain, a reason that reminds you this is bigger than you. Because when your reason becomes clear, your excuses become weak. You must decide today and every day to carry the fire, even when the world around you is cold, even when it seems no one is watching, even when it seems like the result is far off, because the result is watching you. It is waiting for you to keep going, to break through, to stop asking for guarantees and start becoming undeniable. Be the one who does it anyway, who shows up when it's hard, who works in the dark, who sharpens in solitude, who wakes up with purpose while others sleep in confusion. Your greatest enemy is not failure. Your greatest enemy is familiarity, doing what you've always done and expecting something different. Your current habits are perfectly designed for your current results. If you want different, you must become different. Do not wish for it. Work for it. Do not fantasize. Focus. Do not negotiate with your future. Claim it. You were not placed here to merely exist. You were placed here to expand, to become something so rare, so fierce, so untamed by mediocrity that the very sound of your name one day reminds others that greatness lives among them. But you must protect the vision. You must guard your energy. You must honor the responsibility of the dream you carry, because if you don't, if you let the noise of the world drown out the signal of your purpose, then yes, it will destroy your 2025 goals. It won't be some catastrophe that derails you. It won't be one massive failure. No, it will be the subtle decay, the silent compromise, the death by 1,000 distractions, the slow erosion of your standards, until one day you look up and realize you are nowhere near the life you promised yourself. Don't let that be your story. Be ruthless with your focus. Be relentless in your effort. Be unreasonable with your commitment, because the only thing that should scare you is wasting this year, not giving it everything you've got. And if you've read this far, it means you were meant to hear it. It means part of you is ready. Now make all of you ready.